Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Alternate History of the World. Let's get into it. So last episode, many things happened, including the decolonization of Germany, because Germany has released all their colonies. Yeah. Let's see what happens today, starting in British Canada. Well, or even Greenland, as Greenland is released. And, well, just Greenland declares independence. But also another thing that happens is all these Canadian island things here will also be declaring independence. And the rest of British Canada is just going to declare independence. And these are the new British Canadian states. But just like I said, Germany still keeps on to this. Yeah, this thing. So basically, Germany is out of North America except in this area. Yeah. And they're also out of Belize because these areas declare independence as well. And also, well, the rest of, Africa is going to declare independence from Germany. And these are all the states that declare independence. But Germany, just like I said, still keeps hold on to this area and this area. But the rest of this is independent. And also Germany still keeps on to these areas here. And well, the world is fully decolonized except for the areas that Germany will refuse to let go. And well, this is going to cause some pretty big ripple effects, and more countries are going to think about joining their alliances, or certain alliances, as more are joining the Chinese alliance, specifically in Africa, as a bunch of these new southern African countries are going to be joining the Diamond Alliance. But also some here will be joining the Triangle Alliance. Yeah, as these countries will be growing bigger. And also, well, the Circle Alliance gets this country for some reason. But a bunch of these British Canadian states, instead of going for the Triangle Alliance, are going to go for the Diamond Alliance. So they believe that the Diamond Force, the Triangle Alliance force, is too strong, and maybe it might be too strong, so strong that it might get a coalition against it. But they see the new hope that the Qing Dynasty is going to give from the Diamond Alliance, and well, all these areas are independent. Yeah. And well, we are going to see many things happen in Europe today, as this Scandinavian Union thing is going to be going into a civil war. Yeah. As Finland, it feels like that they should join the Triangle or Circle alliances. The Finnish, the Blues, want to join the Triangle Alliance, and the Greens want to join the Circle. And well, this country is in a civil war. As the capital is in Stockholm, so that's good for them as it's kind of far away, but the Norwegian force is going to be pushing back. And also the Finnish force will be. Until the troops arrive up north and this area is cut off. And also they will be slithering down Finland in order to, well, take Helsinki, which is the capital. Yeah. And also, Russia, the communist Russians are going to be joining in on this war. Against the Finnish. And that's something, as they are going to want to get their old lands back. And Finland is going to fall because of this. And well, what happens next is Norway loses its capital and it falls. Yeah. And we can look at the peace treaty. And this is the peace treaty. But they're so unstable from this that they are going to be forced to release Norway and Finland. But both of these are going to be joining the circles. Except Finland, which is going to join the triangles. Yeah. And well, time to talk about Communist Russia. Communist Russia is building a ginormous army. An army capable of, like, defeating Central Asia. But they can't quite defeat Germany yet. But who knows what could happen. But time to go to the Middle East. As this country here is looking to not be invaded by the Ottomans. The Ottomans are putting troops on its border. And so are the rest of its allies. And it seems like they're preparing for war. As more countries in Oceania are going to be joining alliances. Such as all these ones here. No, not that one. But these ones are going to be joining the Diamond Alliance, but the rest of this is still German here. And also the Philippines are gonna, that's a little weird color, but okay. The Philippines are going to be joining the Triangles. And New Zealand is also going to trust the Triangles and are going to join the Triangles. Yeah. And well, the world is divided. The world is all under alliances. Every country in the world is currently in some sort of alliance. Except Jamaica. Oh wait, they joined. And so do you. Yeah. Alright. And so do you, Belize. As the world is now officially all under the triangles, the circles, the diamonds, or the squares. But what's going to happen next? Time to take a look at the Square Alliance. The Square Alliance currently looks something, if I can find every single nation in it, because there's so many of them. And is that all of them? No, there's the British. There are a couple more in the Americas. No, that's every nation in the Square Alliance. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. That's the Square Alliance looks something like this. And time to outline the Circle Alliance now. And the Circle Alliance includes Germany, these nations here, and a bunch of these two nations are also in the Circle Alliance, and so is this nation. And if I can find any more, oh wait, also these three nations, four, and also Japan are all within the Circle Alliance. And this is what the oh wait, forgot to color the German colonies that they still have, including these German colonies. The Circle Alliance actually looks something like this. Yeah, yeah. And time to outline the Triangle Alliance now. And these are the Triangle forces. Let's look at the Diamond forces now, which I'm going to be highlighting in yellow. And well, these are what the forces look like. The green is the Triangle Alliance, the red is the Square Alliance, the blue is the circles, and the yellow is the diamonds. But well, there's some things happening, and I'm going to get out a new layer. A new layer that I haven't used yet. Because, cool, why do I have this sock, you may wonder? These, if you know, from like so. Okay, maybe more like this size. Yeah, not that big, but if you know about anything about this, you know that these are nuclear bombs. And well, the Ottomans and the Germans both developed 50. But the Chinese are going to develop 100 nuclear bombs, and Brazil is going to develop 20. And well, we have nuclear bombs in this world now. And these are new. They were just tested in Iceland, and they are powerful. They are kind of, maybe not, just maybe a bit kind of incinerated the island from existence for a couple years. So it's basically uninhabitable now, but I'm still kind of colored in. But some incursions. People, countries are putting troops on the borders of these nations. The squares are putting troops on the borders of the circle, triangle, and diamond. Diamond are putting borders on the on the on the circle, square, and triangle. The triangles are putting troops on the borders of the diamond, circle, and square, and the circles are putting the troops on the borders of the square, circle, and diamond. Yeah. So basically, the whole world is preparing for war. But then an incursion happens over here. Over here in the Ottoman Empire in Persia. The Ottoman Empire goes through here in order to get to Persia and to South Persia. And well, this is going to cause the Circle Alliance and these two alliances to declare war on each other. But not just that. Russia also sends troops into Germany and Siberia. And well, Germany and Siberia, well, China sends their troops into Central Asia and Afghanistan. And basically, the entire world decides, you know what? Let's just start a war right now. And well, with the world seeing this, every country, every alliance is going to declare war on each other. Welcome to World War II. And that is going. Oh, wait. I forgot about you. You're so German. Yeah. And that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed today's episode of Alternate History of the World. See you in the next episode where we will look at the start of World War II. Bye!